Hello, everyone who's joining. You have to give me a sec. Figuring a bunch of stuff out. Oh. Loud. Four people joined already, wow. Ding, hello. Hello, everyone. No, not gonna apologize for that. Not my fault. I'm eating right now, so pardon moi. Yes, I do need to update stream details because today we're gonna be talking about what's it called? Hold on. The jackhammer mod, the heat rework. Today we're gonna be talking about that. So, yeah. If you guys don't mind, by the way, I can get monetized on, or like, well, I don't know, join the affiliate program or whatever it is, partner program. If you guys can have my Twitch stream open at the same time as my YouTube stream. So if you guys, if any number of you guys could do that, that'd be appreciated. Hello. You not only hurt the developer of my favorite game, but you hurt me. Think on that and maybe you will grow as a person. Nope. No Cybergun reviews, no. Just because, you know, fraud has just been such a shakeup, and I don't know. I could give advice for like pre-fraud stuff, but I don't know. It's just not something I'm super interested in right now. All right. Oh god, 2 Brocklights? Yeah, there's 2. There's 4 because there's 2 on the stream and 2 on the other stream. And then there's me. There's 6. And then my profile picture. There's 8. 8 of us. Haha! I'm unstoppable. All right, hold on. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, you tried the mod, loved it using your settings. As of now, my shotgun loader is pump charge shotgun, CE jackhammer, sawed-on jackhammer. Awesome. Honestly, that's literally like the best part. Is that like you're incentivized to use shotguns and hammers together. It feels so good. It feels so good. Yeah. So today we're going to be focusing on the jackhammer mod. I have the game open. Let me quickly change the stream thing. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see it. You should be able to see in here. Oh yeah, I was playing 8-1. Twice the jackhammer. How many viewers do we have on stream? Or on Twitch, I mean. 2. Awesome. I think I need to get like 3 viewers on Twitch regularly, and that will let me be able to monetize it. Or I don't know. It said something like that. So I know I'm mostly on YouTube, but if you guys could also go to my Twitch, that'd be appreciated. Also, I didn't do the damn announcement in the Discord, actually. So let me do that now. Quickly. All right, now people should be coming in. Okay. You don't have Twitch? That's okay. It feels like yesterday. Remember working on this level. Yeah. See, I'm an idgaff, and even though Jacob Blumen, you're a dev, I just really don't like you. Bing. Whatever. Hopefully it's whatever. Egg is here before the Discord announcement. Well, that's because the egg is awesome, and the egg comes early. The egg is the arriver. Alright, let me have... Okay, I have both the chats open. Hi, add my Discord so I can join your... Yeah, that's definitely a bot. That is a bot name, if I've ever seen one. Wonder how many followers would be gained from this. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how many followers. I really don't know how the Twitch systems work. So I'm kind of learning as I go. But all you YouTube people, if you could go over to my Twitch and follow me, that'd be much appreciated. Also, for those who want to donate money, please donate on Twitch. Because I'm pretty sure YouTube takes a bunch of money if you donate it here on YouTube and not on Twitch. So, yeah. I'm gonna double check that fact, just so I'm not spouting BS. I think I need... Or third-party donations. God damn it. Okay, so I have to set up a PayPal or something. All right, I'll set up a third-party thing. You guys donate how you want. Never mind, forget about it. I'll do my homework on that. Hey, I have a Twitch. I can be here. Awesome. All right. Yeah, sorry, there's no music happening right now. But yeah, currently I'm rocking sawed-on shotgun. Just for, you know, shotgun stuff. And I'm also running both the pump charge and CE jackhammer. Well, I worked on the pixels that you stare at while jack-shotting filth. Okay, dude. So yeah, I guess I'll just play the rest of 8-1 out. I suck. I suck. Yeah, so I guess I'll warm up for now, as we're all getting into the stream. Dude. How much do you actually like Fraud as a whole? It's fun. I do think that 8-4 is still pretty miserable, but I like every other level. Every other level's fun and replayable. how you know that I suck with the shotgun. It's just everything I'm doing right now is just blasphemous. Up the melee people on the virtue, that's embarrassing. That was also embarrassing. That was a lot of hit stops. Oh my god. YouTube is slightly ahead of Twitch, and that's infuriating me to trying to have. You just mute one. Mute one of them. Mute one of the streams and use the other. I was about to ask you why you have the green skins when I realized, yeah, I'm the broccoli man. Everyone always asks, why am I WhatsApp? It's clear. Does one DHB one-shot? Yes, it does one-shot provinces. Over the prompt with sound effects, so be serious. I agree. Just winning effect, feel like it's more of a fraud level. Yeah. You know, I really don't like that last arena on 8-1. I like 8-2 though. My only problem with 8-2 is that a lot of it is a walking simulator, like this. You literally just don't get to like fight or anything for the first like 30 seconds. It's very boring. Yeah, it's my least favorite part of the level. But yeah, after I play this level, I think I'm gonna be doing jackhammer related. Okay, I guess it'll cancel my whiplash and pull me down. Oh. This room is very, yikes. That combined with the providences, it's rough. I think that No Devil Lived On is my favorite song. I also love Death Catchers. Fraud, yes. My computer does run the game a lot better now, though. I think that's because I have the fraud fix mod on. I don't like that destroying that Death Catcher also destroys the car. It just does 50 damage to you if you're trying to get to it. Mirror Reaper reference. Death catchers are amazing. I love them. Yeah, it's really sad. Do the secret area? I can do the secret area. My style meter? Oh, I think it's clutter. It's a lot easier to see when I don't have all this stuff here. Yeah, I'll do the secret thing. Is it here? No, it's in here, right? I didn't know there was a dual wield power up in this room. I don't know, this room is kind of boring. Oh, and there I go, eating my words. You stop paying attention for 1 second and you just die. Okay, dude, really? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of creative things that they come up with for death catchers. Quad death catcher or hideous masses. Actually, how would that work? Do they just spawn on top of each other or do they spawn randomly? Yeah, a lot of this is just waiting. I love the melee P-Boost Virtue one-shot is so much fun to do. Beautiful inserts. Pardon my French. Okay, I guess all my backblast is just to eat. Dead. Ooh. 2 powers and 8 death catchers in a small room. Make one mistake and you get smited by a salvo. Pay attention. Yeah. And hey, Screwdriver will have your back though. '42 reference? I guess so. I did. Okay. Yeah, see, like, people complaining about, like, you know, yellow hit spam, when, like, almost every enemy in Fraud pretty much counters the hammer nowadays. It's like, I don't even know, man. What are we complaining about? But, you know, for the masses' sake, that is why I have made my own little rework. I guess that doesn't protect you. Wow, okay. I've never died this many times in this room. I don't mind it though, because I love the music. Gutterman turning around. Double melee P boost on the sentry for an easy kill. Oh, okay. Red hits are good for easy, consistent one-shots in campaign levels, especially when you know you can go without it. That's about it. Yeah, in the current state of red hits, they kind of suck. They're really only meant for that one Timmy who needs to one-shot a Virtue or a Sentry. He doesn't know any better combos for doing so. Hello, Design Mom. I just like auto explosion, especially when provs don't do that. Audio explosion? How does one do triple double P boost when using separate binds for... Yeah. So you need to have another keybind for P boosts. Or for what's it called, arm swap. So I have 3 binds personally. I have F for feedbacker and G for knuckle blaster, and then I have well, I have 2 binds for arm swap. I have the shoulder button on my mouse, which you guys can't see. And then I also have caps lock. Wait, can you not? No, you can't. Okay, I just missed it. Alright. It's not me for time yet. I suck, dude. No, nerf yellow hits, man, please. Oh my god! Damn it, I hate missing that combo in the version. Melee P boosts are genuinely so much fun to do. There you go. There's one. Oh, and oh my god. My lack of proficiency with shotguns is showing. Oh, great, again. Double P boost, you can just use whip. Yeah, using whip is good. Buff glue sting? Man, Devon Zach, I respect you too much. Don't be saying this shit. La 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 la. And that's how you cheese the boss. Still cheese him with nails and saws. spam slam and just use the sawed-on shotgun and you win. It's very easy. Oh, there you go. Anyway, now on to the main subject of this stream. Very important subject. Ha ha ha. Mirror Reaper track is fine. I like most of it, but there's a specific part that sucks. There's no grading. Something about YouTube makes YouTube... Wait, something about YouTube makes the egg an absolute idiot. What? I agree, all de-piercer misses is some juice in the feel of the weapon. Yeah, that's fair. Rocket, how do I do triple P boost? Very easy. It's really funny that that video popped off after my fraud video. Basically, like, triple P boosts are mainly good when, if you're good at controlling, like, Jesus. Like, spreading out your P boosts. Because, like, otherwise, you know, if you don't stack enough, then you'll, like, the explosion will blast away your projectiles, right? So what you need to do is, you need to punch your chainsaw for one of the P boosts, and that will allow you to get a triple. It's very hard to do. By the way, nerf jackhammer. I'm not very good at it. Here, what if I aim lower? I haven't been practicing, so... Oh, that was bad. Most importantly, you want to, like, shoot the chainsaw... Well, you don't want to charge the chainsaw up a lot. I keep making that mistake. And you want to charge it up a little bit. There's a sweet spot. Like that, yeah. I just kept messing up the sweet spot there. There you go. See what I mean? Nerf jackhammer, by the way. Yeah, it's very hard to do. Double P boosts are definitely like what you should focus on practicing. Triple P boosts are like novelty. You know what I mean? It's like if you can do it, cool. Should you do it? Maybe sometimes, but you know, I wouldn't aim for triple P boost usually. How you do a melee P boost? I got you. That act like it's even comparable with it. What do you mean? What are you talking about? You talking about this? Is that what you're talking about? I didn't even do it right, and I'm adding pumps too. The hammer output with yellow hit spam is 10 DPS. It's not a lot, first of all. And I'm making up for like the saw extra damage from the heat, or the what's it called, the burning insert with the pump, adding 3.5 damage every time. I don't know. It's what we should nerf, which this mod actually nerfs, is here. That since we're talking about the mod, this mod nerfs the green gauge damage down to 1.5. This is what it should be. It should be down to 1.5 because then you cut the DPS down from hit stop pump spam down by like 4 damage, and that's fair. It should stay that way. This is like the golden standard, I would say, for the pump charge, first pump, is 1.5 damage. I've been playing with it a lot. It doesn't feel like you can exploit it. I love it. And you can also still do like virtue one-shot stuff. Granted, you can't do the cool, you know... I mean, well, you can do it. Here, it's a bit complicated. Like, you can do... It's rough. don't even know anymore, man. Oh, fuck. It's like... There you go. Okay, so you have to aim a little bit? No. No, you do have to aim a little bit. Okay. So it's like the one-shot combo that I found. Weird. Okay, so there's a new timing or some shit that I'm just not used to. I gotta figure that out. But even still, you could do the one-shot like this. Or no, sorry. My muscle memory is fading me. Oh my god, it's failing me. So you're trying to do a double pump. And then, like that. So the Virtue one-shot is not dead. There you go. Once I reset my muscle memory like that, it's better. But, yeah, I think because the single pump, it's yellow hit is 6, then 1.5, 7.5, and then Knuckle Blaster, in theory, should be a one-shot. So I'm trying to get that down now. Okay, so it's the same thing. You need to turn the camera. But it's so weird. Okay, so you want to land the Knuckle Blaster hit. Okay, really? You're trying to land the Knuckle Blaster hit before. Yeah, like that. Yeah, because otherwise you knock it out. Weird. Oh, regardless, you can still, with this mod, you can still do a double. A double. Covert to the whip slam, head stop KB. Yeah, that's never changed. Yeah, that hasn't changed yet. You can do jeez. Yeah, like that. It's a little bit more precise, and you can't be below a Virtue to do it. Because like if you're below a Virtue, the hit slam, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to land. Yeah, you see what I mean? So it's circumstantial, but yeah, you can do it. Green Gauge core jams do the same one shots as yellow core jams that Aegis found. Yeah, no, on Virtues they do, yeah. It's like, you know, you can do one of these. So, you know, when are you gonna get the chance to do that, right? But yeah, okay, so I want to talk about the mod. Let me actually go to the Discord where I sent the idea in the first place. Shit, hold on. The old shotgun. Where the hell is my thing? I can't find my post. Oh well. It's not these two. Here it is. Yeah, okay. So this is it right here. This is the hammer rework, and basically someone took this idea and they implemented it into a mod. Okay, Discord leak. Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with right now. Is basically my idea here. I'll go over my arguments, like, you know, with all of this stuff. Railscan damage buff was removed from core boost and rocket boost for some reason. Yeah, that was weird. Well, no, okay, yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it was removed from specifically core boost and rocket boost. So yeah, you can't like do a DHB on a Radchu and it won't kill, which is very sad. Yeah, you're bad that, yeah, dab on Zach. Everyone point at dab on Zach and say boo, because he's the one that brought it up being like, hey, you know, if you What's it called? The thing. DHB kills Virtue. I said Radchu. Doesn't kill a Radchu. Like, here. Yeah, I'll show it for everyone who doesn't know. Basically, this is the situation you end up with after a DHB. Virtue has 1 health. It used to be that each individual hit scan, because each hit scan does 2 damage, that's 4 damage hit scans to this guy. They would deal 3 instead of 2 damage, but they removed that. So, for some reason. It's probably a bug. I don't know. Maybe they changed something. I don't think they meant to change that, but who knows. Yeah, Providences have a bajillion vulnerabilities. Yeah, they have 16 health, right? Okay, here's the real question. Can 2 DHBs kill a Radiant Providence? Not that that's like, oh my god, dude, this is the counter, but like, I'm just curious. Oh no, it's not looking like it. Wow. Fuck these enemies, man. Fuck these guys. .5 HP multiplier. Yeah, it's the same as a Schism. I don't know why. Yeah, it does have a revolver vulnerability. How do people play with this FOV? It's called Elite Perception. It's called Angel when I launch a rock at them at Mach whatever. It's not even Mach whatever, it's so slow. Like, look at this guy. Here. Yeah, so that can be used against them. You could very well easily just miss too because of how fast they are. And then Radiant Providence. Yeah, good fucking luck landing that. There you go. Can you hit a prov with the cannon? Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, something I can't say will happen sometime. Okay, well, I hope that you're right. I don't know. Hold still. Radiant drones on steroids, yeah. Wish the game had panini projection. No! Panini projection is bad. Panini projection is bad, and I will argue this every day. Every day of the week. It's bad. Who gaff? Why is it bad? I'll explain. In my opinion, right? Obviously, you know, I'm not gonna tell you how to play the game. But do you see this door? You see how it's so small? So this door, the reason why it's small is because the FOV, it's linear, right? So it's scaling everything to fit the screen, right? And it's scaling everything mostly towards the center and then distorting widely on the edges, right? Let me summon a Maurice here. I'll put him right there, right? And he's stretched out, right? Maurice is stretched out. Why is he stretched out? Because literally like the last like 20 degrees is being put on half my screen. As opposed to like with 120 degrees, like all of it would be pretty equal across my screen. But with 160, most of the FOV is in the center of my screen. Now, I want to ask you this. When you're playing the game, are you really looking across, like, a full like 1.5 foot across your monitor to see an enemy in the corner of your screen? Or are you really paying attention to mostly what's happening in the center of your screen? Because in my opinion, it is worse to be in a position where you need to look across your screen for things as opposed to having most of the things be in one place on your screen. It's a lot easier to aim at things that are here, right? And like I can be aware that Maurice is there. I'll turn. He's still there, right? Yeah, I mean that's basically the argument. But the reason why is because aiming is you aim in the center of your screen, literally. Your crosshair is in the center of your screen, right? Downscale your game and put it in the center of your monitor. But yeah, basically, because aiming takes place in the center of your screen, whenever you look somewhere else on your screen, you're sacrificing your aim for information, right? And by sacrificing your aim for information, you can aim less. You don't know exactly what you're aiming at, right? But if you sacrifice information for aim, you're looking at the center of your screen. Now, the reason why I like 160 FOV and not panini projection is because you get the best like scale of a lot of information at once because it's all in the center of your screen. You don't have to look away. And the best like conscious ability to aim because everything is so centered on your screen. You know what you can aim at and where they are. So that's why I don't like panini projection, is because it evenly distributes everything on your screen and makes it so with all of this information, you have to look across your screen to sacrifice aim for information. And yeah. The tiny bit of information you get from this, I mean, that's when it comes down to like preference. Do you care? You know what I mean? Like, sure, you don't have to run that FOV. I think it's worth it. A lot of people think it's worth it, especially in Cybergrind, you know, when everything is around you. Basically, what's happening is 130 FOVs in the center of my screen, and the remaining 30 degrees is this fluff on the outside. So it makes it so I don't have to look around my monitor to look for things. Instead, I can look in the center of my screen and everything is right there. That is why I use 160 FOV, and that's why I don't like panini projection. FOV like yours makes the egg motion sick. Yeah, and that's fine. Again, that's when it's projection. I mean, when it's projection. That's when it's preference, right? It's like, you know, this makes me motion sick, or, you know, like the stretch doesn't look natural, or like, you know, it's distracting. You know what I mean? Like if those are your reasons, fine, run a lower FOV. But yeah. And if someone that runs 80, whoever runs 80, that's a crazy individual, and they need psychiatric care. Joking, of course. Awkward. Oh, that's their name. Okay. Yeah, we should be talking about the Jackhammer mod. But yeah, with all that stuff dispelled for now. Yeah. Let me talk about the hammer mod. So first of all, thank you to Enraged One. That's their username on Thunderstore. They made this mod. They have a couple settings, you know, like the fraud nerf current and without a nerf. So you can change the actual state of the jackhammer using this. Got all your settings. They included the little addendum I added, which is like shooting with a shotgun will cool your hammers down. So which is cool. Personally, the way I think the hammer is best balanced using this mod, what's the mod called? It's called Better Jackhammer. Better Jackhammer, it's on Thunderstore. And Goldfish, I want to know your opinions, because I want you to play with the mod personally. Because I think you're a very trusted source. Same with Dabon Zach. I trust you two a lot. Considering how aware you guys are generally. Playing a lot of poker? Nice. What kind of poker, specifically? Texas Hold'em? Burn 'em, turn 'em? Yeah. Oh my god. Poker night at the inventory. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've heard of that. Yeah, anyway, back to the mod. There's also something that they added recently, which is the sound settings. So in my video, I suggested, hey, Texas Hold'em, cool. I suggested, hey, what if they made it so whenever you hit an enemy, the pitch of the hammer hit goes up? And this is something I'm not used to yet, because I'm not used to reading that, but basically, like, if you listen with every hit, the pitch goes up. And it makes it so that you can understand, okay, when the pitch is high, that means it's going to go on cooldown next time I use it. I should probably stop using it. Or I could swap to a shotgun, right? So like if I do 2 hits, swap to a shotgun, do whatever shotgun combos for a bit. Okay, if it wasn't bad. And then, hey, now I can go back to using the hammer again, right? Def accessibility, shaking my head. Hey, but there's also the dial. If you guys pay attention to the dial on the hammer, you'll see that the dial is slowly as long as you're at 0 heat, the dial will operate normally. But once you go above 0 heat, like do a hit, if you look at the dial in the center of the screen, you'll see that it's slowly going down to notify your heat. So, def accessibility right here. You know, I'm just saying. So yeah, like I'll do 2 hits, and you'll see the dial is really high, and you know, if I do another hit, it'll put it on cooldown. So, really, really cool. I think both of these things in the same game is cool. I know someone else made a mod. Someone also made a Jackhammer rework mod, but they're also working on like a vanilla, like Cybergrind friendly mod that basically lets it so steam will eject out of the weapon and the pitch will rise in the vanilla setting of the game without this whole rework. It's kind of like every heat system in every game I've ever played, which is cool. Yeah, heat systems, classic, original, like, you know, great. I don't really care so much about like, you know, a crazy solution. This is a simple solution, very easy to read, very easy to understand, very intuitive. That's why I love it so much. Very intuitive compared to what we have in game, because I'd be hella confused by this system the way it is if it wasn't explained to me. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that there's probably an optimal way to go about explaining what the heat is, but I mean, like, you know, because the dial, it's already like kind of, I wouldn't say confused. The dial in the center, it's very cluttered with stuff, like in the current state of this mod. Like you have the actual, like, you know, green, yellow, red, and that tells you which gauge you're on, and then the little thing on the side which shows you the cooldown of your secondary fire, and then you have the dial also telling you your heat. It's a bit cluttered, and then when you're holding the jackhammer down, it's impossible to read, right? So I don't think that's the best solution. It's a solution, and you know, we can try it out with this mod. That's why I like it. But you know, there are definitely better solutions out there for communicating it to the player, especially like here. I'll actually quickly detour to here it is, right here. Someone made impact hammer yellow hit indicator. Wow. Tetris Cat 66. Yeah, this mod is a lot easier to read. Which is insurrectionist. You gonna spawn? Okay, it's perfect. So yeah, it also has a pitch, but it also has steam that ejects from the weapon, which is cool, and that steam occurs for 3 seconds. Right, and if I hit during any of that time, while it's steaming, it'll put the weapon on cooldown. And this works with vanilla. Obviously, you saw me do 2 hits, cooldown, cooldown. But yeah. The hammer seems to have the heat venting pipes or something, which is cool. Maybe this could be used similar how to change it. Yeah. Yeah, look, I mean, like, that's generally what this is. I spoke with the mod creator myself, and I was like, because there's no difference between if you do that and then do it again. It doesn't really change in volume how much steam is ejecting from the weapon to tell you, hey, that's your second hit. Hey, this is going to be your third hit, you know what I mean? Does it work with the other mod? I haven't tried it yet. I just haven't tried it because, I don't know, I don't want any mod conflicts. But, yeah. It's also because the systems are very different. The heat system in the mod and this mod specifically, this is based on the vanilla way that the hammer works, and the other one is based on my rework. So they wouldn't really work together. Uses 3 rings in the right pipe to signal it. Maybe. Honestly, yeah, I mean, that's underrated suggestion. I think the mod creator said that they would make it so the little thing that spins when you move, they would make that spin faster as well. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can tell the pitch of the hammer is rising, comically so as well. I'm gonna have to turn my view models back on. Oh. Yeah, the pitch goes up. I do like the scale of pitch on that one a lot better. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the heat rework one. But yeah, I'll have to get rid of my Truth Hammer mod. What's the Truth Hammer mod? The one that makes it tiny? Morgan Freeman true on the hammer gauge. And it says, go red when red gauge. That's really funny. That's really funny. Oh my god. But yeah, anyway, back to the heat. So how the mod works, right? And I'm gonna make a video about this, detailing everything so that, like, you know, casuals can pick this up and experiment with it themselves. Though this is mostly geared towards intermediate and advanced players. I mean, the hammer itself is geared towards intermediate and advanced players, but if you want to ignore the whole system, you can just, you know, just do one of these and, you know, go without consequences. In my suggestion, I suggested that we extend the cooldown from, you know, the hammer cooldown from 7 seconds to 8 seconds. And I think this is a good idea, personally. I think it lets us bring back the 12 damage red gauge, which I have enabled with this mod. I think that we should bring back 12 damage red gauge. It really won't change much for new players. It lets them one-shot sentries now instead of including a Knuckle Blaster. Other than that, no basic combo can do any more than that, really, for like new players. So it doesn't change the new player experience very much at all. The 2 extra damage, I mean. But it makes it more so that experienced players can feel better about using the red gauge in specific combos, like to finish off a Mind Flayer or something, or, you know, like try to get it, try to play for a more powerful backblast and feeling more like the damage was intentional and not just a consequence of not hitting yellow gauges. You know what I mean? So the point of this mod is to weaken yellow gauges a little bit and buff red gauges a little bit, right? So we're basically just taking what, because red gauges sucked before. Like, there was no reason to red gauge unless you were like a casual who just wanted to hit things like virtues. And then if you were an advanced player, yellow gauges could be a little bit, or sorry, if you were a bad player, yellow gauges could be oppressive because you're basically cleaning everything up with Whiplash plus yellow gauge. So what we're doing is we're taking yellow gauge down a little bit and red gauge up a little bit. And I think that's perfect. I never use red gauge. Exactly. The cost isn't worth the value. But with 12 damage, suddenly, you know, a lot of kills become within reach if you have enough skill to do so. So for instance, the gutter tank kill no longer requires a double slam to pull off. You can now kill Gutterman with one shot if you do a double slam. But yeah, as you can see, you can one-shot gutter tanks now if you do a hit stop slam plus Knuckle Blaster, Overpump, red gauge, which is a lot of commitment, right, to do all of that. But you can do that now with this mod, and the hammer, again, goes on 8-second cooldown. You can only do that once every 8 seconds if you can pull that off successfully, right? And the thing about gutter tanks, again, they can punch you back. They can fight back if you try to do something like that. It's very easy to fail that you can slam during hit stop. That's why I love this change so much, because the thing it counters is Cerberus and gutter tanks, and Cerberus and gutter tanks both have counterplay to you making a greedy play like that. But if you get it off, it's very nice. You know what I mean? And then we can talk about Radiance as well with like enemies with buffed health and stuff like that. That's also fun too. But that's why I'm personally a believer in 12 damage red gauge and extending the cooldown to 8 seconds. Now, there is a variant that I've been thinking of trying that also nerfs the hammer a little bit more, and that is a cooldown of 10 seconds. But that's a bit more complicated. I haven't tried that out really very much. But yeah, I don't know. I'll experiment with that on my own time. But I think there's a world where we can make the cooldown 10 seconds. Yeah, sorry. I've just been thinking about that. For those who are wanting to pick up the mod and edit out some numbers, these decimals are basically percentages. So 0.25 is 25%, 0.5 is 50%, and 1 is 100%, right? So red gauge, 100% heat. Yellow gauge, 50% heat. Green gauge, 25% heat, right? And since the hit scan conversion heat is 25%, a double hammer boost, oh, if I can not be bad at the game, is basically giving you 50 heat. So it can't be spammed. You can't just, safely from the edge of the map just spam double hammer boosts. Because it's not actually that hard to do. It's more of just like a pattern. And also it's frame rate dependent, so only people with good PCs can really do it easily and consistently, but yeah, I digress. So if you 2 yellow gauges right back to back, you go on cooldown? No. Because what happens is when you do the first one, it cools down a little bit, right? Because the hammer is constantly cooling as long as it has heat. Basically, when you would do the first hit, it would be cooling down enough so that when you did a second hit, right, it would be put very close to max heat, but that means that you have to wait 3 more seconds before you do the next hit, right? So it's similar to the nerf. However, if you space out your first 2 hits, right, then you're not punished nearly as much, because then you can do this hit now. I'm suffering as a low NPC player, yeah. Yeah, so now you're not punished for, like, spreading out your hammer hits nearly as much. I'll wait 2 seconds, hammer hit, wait 2 seconds, another hammer hit, and I'm not punished. And I think that that's good for advanced players who want to do, something like that. Yeah, there's also another number here which affects the cooling rate. Basically how it works is it says seconds until full passive cooling. So what it means is, like, if you were at 100% heat and not put on cooldown, it would basically take 10 seconds to fully cool down the weapon. Now, I've tried 10 seconds. I've tried 8 seconds as well. So it's basically a 1-to-1 conversion. 8 seconds isn't bad. I don't see why we can't implement 8 seconds personally. But it's on the table, right? If you want to try that out, you can. I think that 10 seconds is definitely better, because this is basically, how much is this? Heat capacity 8. I don't know. I can't do the math right quick. Yeah, it's 10% per second, I think. 10% is fine. Though I do think for comfortability, 8 seconds is definitely the play. Right? Because you still have to wait this amount of time to do another yellow hit. And then putting the hammer on cooldown will enable you to use your next hammer for free, right? There's another setting on here. Heat left after overheat. So basically, if I turn this setting to 0, it means 0%, right? And if I overheat this hammer by putting it on cooldown, my next hammer has no heat on it, right? So I can use this and do another 3 hits, and then red hit, right? And then I can cycle back to this weapon, do the same thing. The way I have it set currently is 0.5, which is saying 50%. Basically means that if I put this weapon on cooldown, there's a bit of heat left over on, okay, well that weapon was on cooldown. Here, I'll better demonstration. It puts this weapon on 50% heat, right? So it doesn't fully cool down your other variants. It halfway cools down your other variants. That way, you can't just do yellow, yellow, red, yellow, yellow, red, yellow, yellow, red, because if you space it out enough, you can basically just infinitely cycle between your hammers, and it's basically buffed at that point. Although you have to put a variant on cooldown, so you don't always get to use the secondary fire, but, considering the heat theming, do you think that the overheat nailgun saw blade launcher should factor into this somehow? No, I don't think so. I think it should just be strictly for shotguns, because here's another thing, too, with the mod. Shooting with a shotgun cools the hammer down a bit, so if I do 2 hits, and I cycle to a shotgun, the hammer cools down faster by shooting with a shotgun. So it gives you an incentive, as a player who runs a shotgun, to, do hammer hits, and then do shotgun hits, and then do more hammer hits, right? Now, I accidentally put it on cooldown, but that's because I mishandled the weapon, right? So that's why I like this mod so much. Yeah, and the way I would balance it personally, given the settings that this mod allows you. Hey, first time I actually catch a stream. I've been wanting to ask if you've also noticed the buff Radiant got in the fraud patch. Radiant? Radiant's got a buff? I don't know anything about that, no. Is the stamina cooldown longer after fraud? I think that's just you. I don't know. Is this another my bad moment? A lot of Radiant enemies have doubled animation speeds. I think that's true for the Insurrectionist. I don't know about all the other enemies, though. Like, that seems normal. Poor insert. Like, I think that gutter tank thing is normal. Virtues attack way faster? Let me see this. Oh, wow. Or no, maybe that was just because I changed it from... Do they attack way faster? I'm not really noticing. No, I think that was just from me setting it to Radiant and like did the attack animation twice. Should overheat shotgun... Overheat shotgun? What? Have less heat reduction? Oh, you mean the pump charge shotgun? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, overpump, yeah, I was about to say. Shotgun overheats? Yeah, the pump charge. Nah, I mean, okay. You could make it so that the amount of pellets that one of them fires gives you a certain amount of heat. So like here, we could look here. This is basically saying 12.5%. You could make it so that every pellet fired cools it down by 1%. So because shotguns fire 12 pellets, it is reducing it by 12%. But if you add pumps with a pump charge shotgun, like if you do double pumps, which is 24 projectiles, it reduces it by 24%. And because the first shot with no pumps is 10 projectiles, it reduces it by 10%. So you could make it coordinate with, you know, well, what was I trying to say? You could make it like actually work with the number of pellets as opposed to just a flat number, which would be cool. This would be, again, this would add so much depth, like crazy amounts of depth. It would slightly buff jackhammer loadouts with shotguns, and it would slightly buff the pump charge shotgun using it like, you know, first or second pumps. Oh, and one other thing that this mod does is it lets you change the amount of damage that a pump does with the jackhammer, right? So the way I would balance the pump charge jackhammer, because I think it's fair to say it deserves a nerf. This is what I would nerf given the complaints about the jackhammer. I would decrease the damage of the first gauge. It would give the second gauge more identity, more reason to use it, and it would weaken green hit spam, which is currently a problem. Overpump full cooldown? Well, it doesn't fire projectiles, but we could just say it fires 24. I don't know. How much damage does first do gauge? It does 3.5. So you're basically adding a P boost on top of your yellow hits with the pump charge jackhammer. I'll show you. So currently, this is how much damage it does. I think... Is it doing that much? Hold on. I need to check. Source. I don't know if it worked. Maybe I have to restart. Okay, no, that's correct. Yeah. So it's doing 9.5 damage per hit. As long as it's still one-shots filth, I'm fine with it. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it works currently. But in my nerf idea, we make it do 1.5 damage, and that way, because currently yellow gauge is useless. No one uses yellow gauge for anything because all it does is increase the radius of the explosion, doesn't increase the damage. But with yellow gauge dealing 3.5 damage, now there's some kind of necessity for certain combos using yellow gauge, right? And because when you first draw the hammer, right, you can basically get a free pump. You're getting 3.5 damage for that one sentry kill you need to do with a yellow gauge, you know what I mean? If you want to do that and you don't want to put it on cooldown. So I think it adds a lot of freedom. It fixes a current issue with this specific weapon. And on top of everything else, I think that this entire heat system fixes the fact that red gauges suck and yellow gauges are OP, right? I think that this is, again, perfect. And currently, we are so close to getting one of the devs to try out this mod. The reason why they haven't tried it out yet is because it said on it, like, hey, the Jackhammer nerf was lazy, and they said, out of principle, we're not going to try the mod because, you know, like, we don't like these people calling us lazy, right? Although I will say, it's not what it said. It didn't call them lazy. It called the nerf lazy, the specific decision lazy. So I'm going to defend them on that. But also, it's fair to say, if we're presenting this to them, we would like it to be nice for them. So, you know, just to clarify a bunch of things. We are very close to having a dev try out this mod. And I'm going to make a video tomorrow going over, like, I think 3 different presets for this and seeing which one feels the best to use. And like, I'll run a poll. People, if you want to join my Discord server, you should, because I'm going to be running a poll there. I'm also going to be spreading it in the New Blood Discord and the ULTRAKILL Discord so that people can submit their opinions based on each of the 3 presets I'm going to offer. I still need to like think about like, okay, should we have them run Encores and P2 and stuff like that? I don't know. And like, because there's obviously going to be combinations of weapons like, you know, shotgun and hammer and stuff. It's going to have to be a pretty big experiment. But yeah. If you have time, you should do a Cybergrind run with that rework. I think I will, yeah. You think Triple Jack would be too much with these changes? I don't think so. So that's the thing, like with the heat lift after overheat thing, this makes it so that whenever you do put a hammer on cooldown, both of your other hammers are set to half heat, right? Which means that you can't spam yellow hits on them. So, and again, like the cooldown is 8 seconds. I could understand, and that's one other preset I would make, is making it so that the cooldown is 10 seconds instead for people who spam red gauge hits, right? I don't know, because maybe this is a little too strong with 8 seconds. We'll see. But yeah, that's something I would want to try out as well, is like a 10-second cooldown and how that feels. Personally, I see AAD becoming the best one because of triple... Yeah, definitely. I mean, personally, I think that the best loadout is AAD currently, which is sad. CE shotgun still sucks. Pump charge shotgun, a little bit underwhelming. But yeah. So what do we think? I want to... Wait, the shotgun heat dissipation sort of discourages triple hammer, I think. How about a system that lets you dissipate heat based on your overall speed for buffing triple hammer? I don't think we need to buff triple hammer. Triple hammer is already great with this. The fact that we're giving 12 gauge red hits is already a buff to triple hammer alone. And I don't think it needs any more buffs. We need to make sure we're not giving triple hammer any more buffs. So yeah. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Again, because we're adding 2 more damage to red gauge hits, you can basically one-shot 3 sentries in a row. And, you know, you could do 36 damage to one enemy. So, like, rocket plus triple hammer on an insurrectionist is dealing 18, 18, 18, or 54 damage in a matter of, like, roughly 2.5 seconds with triple hammer. So we want it to be like, okay, since you're doing that, the cooldown is now you have to wait 6 seconds before you can use your hammer again, and you have no shotguns during this time. All you have are your nails and your saw blades and your rockets. You know what I mean? And your revolvers, I guess. So you can do that quick burst of damage, but you get punished for that amount of time. And again, 54 damage, that's only on Insurrectionists, because, you know, they get a burning modifier. But on every other enemy, it's only 36 damage. What do you think a yellow shotgun would do? I mean, that's a whole nother can of worms. I would have loved to see 4th variants for all of the weapons. There's gonna be so many mods for those. Who knows? There's a reason yellow variants were removed. Not because they were OP, which would be funny to hear, but yeah. Vacuum shotgun. Honestly, I would love that. Vacuuming light and medium enemies. And like dealing damage up close to them. Stunning them maybe for like 1 second, but then like, I don't know. I don't know. It's idea. It's an idea. They would screw up variant binds. And it would also be really, really difficult. Yeah. Okay, they'd already peak conception with the sawed on. Vacuum up projectiles and spit them back out later. Maybe, but also it's just like, you know, parry 2 at that point. Second and 4th wouldn't be next to each other. Same with 1st and 3rd. Yeah. Yeah, it's honestly, I want to talk about this. It's so shocking that we didn't get a new weapon or arm or anything in Fraud. That to me is so shocking. You know what I mean? Yeah, hello? Hello, hello. Hello. Hold on, let me check something. I need to go to my YouTube analytics real quick. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I was fully expecting the yellow arm after the powers. Me too. It was such a bait. Who's Dr. That's Frenchinator. He's in the Discord. He's cool. So he's on my Steam friends list. He's not really anyway. Yeah. I mean, okay. I've heard some cool ideas. Joko says it'd be cool if you could whiplash onto cores, so you could do core stacking in like Cybergrind or like, you know, before a boss or something. Core stacking would be great. And then what else was there? That's one other thing. Oh yeah, if you could charge the distance of the CE shotgun during the swap animation, it would make distance nukes a little bit better, because you're investing less time into a distance nuke as opposed to always doing an insta nuke. So I think that would also be really nice. There I am, Carrie. There I am. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't care to get a better time on this level. I hate this level so much. Genuinely one of my least favorite levels ever. I do have a better time than all of you on this level, though, so... Eat my butt. Eat my butt. Did I play the rework? That's what this stream is about. I've been talking about it, yeah. You got reworked? I played it a little bit. Yeah, Garyon is definitely quite the disappointment. Honestly, with all of the performance stuff, I've enjoyed the first 3 levels a lot more. Garyon is still miserable. I don't like Garyon. Yeah, I pray they're not making Yellow Arm only for lore. I mean, it might be both, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like how like the Knuckle Blaster can be used to break open breakable walls, but also has its own mechanical things. It could be both. I wouldn't mind both. It's way cooler now. I mean, I know that it like rotates now, but like it's It doesn't change the fact that the movement, they literally take all of the movement away from you, and that sucks. They cooked with it now? I don't agree. I'm sorry. If you take my movement away in my movement shooter, I'm not going to be happy with your boss. That's my statement. And that's my opinion. I don't, like, disagree if you want. If you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it for that reason. That's all it is. I love Big Dragon. Hello, RTC Nuke Queen. Catman, have you tried out the rework? Because that's what I've been talking about for the past, like, 30 minutes. Gold variants as rewards from Prime Sanctums based on Flesh Prison attacks, Alt Fire, Beam Cutter. We wish. When it rotates, you at least have way more room to go left, right to dodge moves, but I completely get your point. Yeah, I still just don't find any joy in it. Before the game is finished, they would go back and retroactively add grappling hook points to previous levels as cute little speedrun skips. One on the shaft is 0-3 would be cool. Yeah, but then it'd just be confusing to see hook points. Yeah, custom levels using fraud mechanics must be cool. I really hope that, like, custom levels don't fully feed into the whole fraud thing, because I don't want to be just, like, flipping on ceilings and floors the whole time in a level. There can be interesting rooms and fights that way, but I just don't want a whole level to be like that. You know what I mean? That's what I hope doesn't happen. Because if every level maker is just like, we have to use this mechanic, then those are only going to be the levels that come out, is just fraud, like gravity levels and doors. You could try it out now. You should definitely try it out, yeah. Wish you could P-boost the drill. Could you not? Okay, I guess no answer. Yeah, you can. Melee P-boost though. Someone asked, how do you do melee P-boost? Basically all you're doing is you're just in melee range, shooting a shotgun and immediately parrying. Because when you parry something, here, I'll show you with like a stray. When you parry something, what happens is it sucks the projectile to be directly in front of you. Hold on. Right? So, because it's sucking it close to you when you parry, you can make it so with inserts, here, let me just do this, with any enemy really, when you're in melee range of an enemy, right, your projectiles are going to be hitting right close, but if you parry, the parried projectile gets pulled close to you, and the projectiles in front of it hit the enemy first, which deals 2.75 damage. So almost 3 damage, and then the P-boost happens after, because what happens currently is you'll see that like the projectiles blast away from your target when you land the P-boost, because the parry projectile moves faster than the other projectiles. So it'll blast the other projectiles away. But with the melee P-boost, you're getting the yellow projectiles to hit first, and the red projectile to hit last. Which just getting you all the damage. You're also healing from it too. Which is really cool. Yeah, the explosion and the pellets land. Go try this mod out, y'all have fun. Alright, see ya. Good luck with the mod. Yeah, it is kind of strict timing though, because again, you have to be really close enough to do it, and you need to parry immediately following the shot, so you can't, like, you know, shoot and then have some time to parry like that. But it's a lot of damage, and especially on inserts. For those who don't know, burning husks, they take 50% more damage from everything except for explosions. So who is this guy? Testing it out right now? Awesome. So that's why I love melee P-boost, is because the projectiles are hitting him, he's taking the bonus damage from the projectiles but not the explosion. But that's still way better off than you would be if you were just using the explosion. Yeah, and you can combine that with the chainsaw for even more damage. You know what I mean? That's just the primary fire. Maybe we should do melee P-boost on something other than Maurice's. That's absolutely true. Maybe we shouldn't be melee P-boosting Maurice. I did a melee P-boost. I did it. Yeah, it's really fun. It's a lot of damage, and you include the chainsaw in there, and then you get a lot more damage, especially on inserts. Does spontaneous combustion work on powers? I'm sure it does. I don't think spontaneous combustion is good. I will never use it personally. Okay, well that's weird. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, there you go. Never mind. For some reason it was just delayed. I don't know. Let me try that again. That's very annoying that they get moved. What? Why does it only happen after? Actually, no. What? Takes two, not worth it. I mean, it's not worth it against most other enemies, in my opinion. Here, let me... What? Oh. Okay. This game works, by the way. Hold on. She went to find Gabriel, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that's so weird. Why is it not? It works after the second volley, not the first. What? Spontaneous is bugged? Okay. Listen, I've been saying, I think that the perfect attractor nail gun buffed. Because currently the attractor nail gun sucks. It sucks doo-doo batter. It is really bad. Currently it is really bad. The perfect change, in my opinion. Like, what did that even do? Holding down that button. I suck at melee P-boost. Attractor nail gun sucks. And look at the reload time. So bad. My suggested buff for the attractor nail gun is that it does, since they're silver nails, they're unique nails, they're like blue. My suggested buff is that they deal 50% extra damage to all angels, right? And that makes it so you can actually use a weakness on Providence with nails, right? So that gives it an extra function. Because currently you're not guaranteed to get the kill without circulates and stuff. They don't have such aggressive targeting nails. Same would go for Providences because Gabriel is weak to silver nails, I'm pretty sure. And then on Virtues it would also be good. What the fuck? Okay. Currently Virtues do have a nail weakness, but it's pretty low. It's like 1.25. I'm gonna ping a Discord because okay. What are you trying to show me in Discord? Oops. Oh, yep, here it is. It's coming. Are frozen rockets even worth it for Providence? Yeah, you can take your time. I mean, I don't think so. Because one frozen rocket doesn't kill them. You have to land the magnet in the first place. And you can just use that instead. It's like, why would you even devote the nails? A boosted frozen? Yeah. One of these, right? That does, yeah. I mean, that's kind of cool, actually, because if you're doing a Death Star, right? You can kill, if you're quick with it, you can kill, like, 3 of them with it. So it actually buffs Death Stars. Except Radiance exists, and, you know, once you get high enough, it just stops working. But, you know. Blue Core Jack plus Rocket equals insta-kill. I mean, is it? It's not an insta-kill. It's so sad. Oh, yeah, this? Yeah, I know this is. And thank God. Thank God for that. That at the very least needs to be true. For my bug post that didn't work? Yeah, no, it didn't. So thank you so much, Dab on Zach. Yeah, I'm still typing. Yeah, Dab on Zach, do you think you're gonna ever try Virtues or even spookier? Oh, I hate that Virtue thing. It's very sad. It's not the end of the world. It still does a lot of damage. You can one-tap them with a revolver, but, you know. I want to ask, are you going to use the hammer mod and try it out? The Broncos team, another listening in while playing active matter. What is the DHB variation of the RTC nuke? What? How does the DHB variation of the RTC nuke work? What do you mean? Like, there's that, which is the nuke. And then there's, doing that. You wanna hop on CG? Okay. So you're just talking about how do DHBs work? Or are you talking about the setup for, like, an RTC nuke with the, like, you know, how a DHB is set up? Because basically what you're doing is you're just swapping off of the hammer after dropping the core and hitting the rocket. So you go here, hit rocket, drop core, you know, unless you're bad like me, and then you swap off. Like that. Having sub 12 on 8.3 is difficult for me, because halfway through I immediately forgot half my tech because of fatigue. Yeah, that's fair. I currently have 10 minutes. What can I say? I'll have this crown for the next day, and then speedrunners will hit the level, and, well, it all goes away. Double coin slap sharpshooter. I mean, yeah, I think I know what it is. It's like, well, I don't have the slap sharpshooter. It's like this. Right? Something like that. I pushed it. I even have the thing. Did I accidentally... I keep doing that. I keep accidentally dropping a coin. Why does it bounce it? What is that? Why does it push it? Why does a coin punch push it? That's so dumb. Check for Brock, I'm done. Like the dry frustration, the way the hand moves, the amount of heat is generated is nice. Oh, also, hold on. Okay, I'll first say, yeah, I'm reading this right now. The pitch of the hammer also shifts when you attack an enemy. So, if you listen, right? You can hear the pitch rising with every hit due to the heat, and then it goes on cooldown. But that's also another way you can read it. Don't like how this removes the purpose of the gauge, so I would much rather see a separate gauge for a heat mechanic, personally. Yeah. So there's a couple ways people are working on it. There's another mod that I actually tried out on stream, which basically adds actual steam to the weapon, so that you can like see, you know, the steam and realize, okay, well, this is happening right now. Music is too loud. Yeah, it's fine. It's hard to read. I'm not used to it personally. I would personally really like a mod that makes it a bit louder, or like, you know, realistically what we would actually get is something along the lines of like an actual sound mechanic. Like, you know, when you land a hit with the hammer, the hit stop is distorted the more you do the hit, right? Something like that. But yeah, I think that something auditory would be nice. Some Yuki devs would have to do those, so not a major gripe with the mod. The heat mechanic is definitely better. I feel like it makes a lot more sense with the way the shotgun is lore-wise, and overall is just better than what is in the game right now. Yeah. I don't like that course generate heat. I have suggested something in the past, being like, maybe rockets shouldn't generate as much heat as cores do, or vice versa. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Maybe hitting the core with the hammer generates less heat. I don't know. It's complicated. Hello, El Rabo. Just take longer to charge. Ooh, I don't know about that. I feel like that's hard to like read on a whim, you know what I mean? Like when you're swapped off the weapon, it's gonna be so hard to know when you can swap back on. Yeah, obviously like with enough practice you'll get a feel for it, but it's not intuitive. Let me see what French Nader's saying. Oh, ooh. This is sick. Yeah, for those who don't know, French Nader's making a 3D model for me right now. For free, by the way. Didn't even ask for it, but that's what's happening. What Easter eggs should I add to the little robe part here? Maurice? I know it looks like Maurice. Is that a hammer? Jackhammer, rocket, and then just random designs, and then Maurice. That's very funny. I'm thinking. Not free, $5 gift card. That's true. He is gonna get the $5, probably. Check down when you're done. All right. Mirror Reaper? Hell no. Hell fucking no. The code has so much aura. It really does have so much aura. I don't know. What I mean, like, what about tech? Okay, what tech could we have? Awesome. I don't know. Like, what's like a? Ooh, definitely something virtue related. Definitely something virtue related, because okay, like things that I've created that I've contributed to the community is the virtue one shot. First of all, which I have to go back to. Hold on. Let me edit this real quick. I didn't really have to do that. But basically with the green gauge, there's a way to one-shot the virtue currently by doing this. Because otherwise, you would bunt it out of the radius, and I showed that to the community, and that's definitely something that should be on it. Okay. Alright. Here you go. Imagine Providence, but Mirror Reaper arms instead of wings. What, that was your idea? Hell yeah? What do you mean? Wait, that's good. Yeah, you don't need to do a specific like interaction on the virtue, but definitely include the virtue just as a little reference. Maybe like 2 shockwaves as well would be a cool symbol, like for double slams. Because I also introduced double slams. And then any way to include pump caching, like I don't know, like an Ouroboros around like the pump dial would be really cool. So here, I'll write that down so you don't have to remember. Virtue reference to insta-kill. And then, what was the other one? Double slam shockwaves. Reference to double slams. And then pump cache. Ouroboros around the pump dial. There you go. I didn't know that was you who came up with the tech. Oh yeah, that was me. Yeah. I was the one that did that. Going to post my shit post here. Just like my graphics. Isn't it just... I've seen this 100 times. What is this? Okay. What are you trying to get me to see? Or Catman. Why is Feedbacker used over Knuckle Blaster when using Jackhammer? Is it just cooldown? You want to know how to DRTC? Oh. Oh. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, keep this. Are you finally gonna separate the meaning between DRTC and VRTC? I just did a DRTC. Yeah. So why is Feedbacker used over Knuckle Blaster when using Jackhammer? Is there a cooldown? I mean, like, part of it is the cooldown, because if you pay attention in the bottom left... Okay, there you go. Punching with the Knuckle Blaster uses more arm exhaustion. Punching with the Feedbacker uses less. But the reason why people use Feedbacker is because whenever you're using Hit Stop, right? The Feedbacker actually, like, can be used during the Hit Stop immediately. Like, as you can see, it just kind of teleports in through the Hit Stop, because it's frame 1, right? But with the Knuckle Blaster, I'm going to press the Knuckle Blaster button, look in the bottom left, right? It comes out delayed. It has a 3-frame delay. Show me the DRTC. Okay. Oh my god. Hold on. I haven't done it in a hot minute. There you go. There's the DRTC. God, I use so much stamina doing this. Just a horizontal. I mean, again, like I said, you know, I don't really care about DRTC being a separate thing. I was only asking. But yeah, I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, I have to look up. I keep forgetting. Why not use the Knuckle Blaster before instead of during? It depends. In situations with, it's like you have to be very precise because it comes out 3 frames late. Like, you have to press the button early to avoid situations like that. Like there, I did it just in time, but you just have to be more precise is the issue. There are combos that require the Knuckle Blaster. And like if you use it too early, especially on like enemies like Virtues, right? Okay, well that's not a good example, it's in a corner, right? Like there, if you use it too early, you punch it out of the radius of the explosion. And like you can cause yourself to miss the hammer hit as well. I don't know, there's just like certain exceptions. Like if you just smooth the rocket out really quick. But like this. I don't know what you mean, smooth the rocket out. Like this? The reason why I like doing that, like I haven't practiced in a hot minute since the update, which took the thing away, but the reason why I like doing that is because like if I'm coming up next to the cyber grind like that, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's helpful to have that kind of maneuverability instead of wasting time trying to set up an RTC in another way. I have to go a moment, but first, is there anything else other than the motor rotation speed and scaling steam volume I think I should look into adding? I mean, that's kind of it, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the only other thing that I would have liked to see is, like, if you can make it so, like, multiple pillars of smoke can come out at once. So, like, I don't know, like, the one pillar can come out, and then another pillar angled in a different direction can also come out after the first hit. I don't know. It's an idea, but it doesn't need to happen. I mean, the volume is definitely a good indicator. Just make the volume scalable, I guess, so that some people can have it more and some people can have it less. But I'm assuming you're going to do that already. Addition of vectors. Oh my god. What? I don't want to watch this. I'm not watching this. Any chance that you share your keybinds? Yeah, I can share my keybinds. Though I will say I use a specific mod that lets me use specific keybinds. But for now, I guess I'll show my basic ones. Right here's pretty much all my keybinds. Neophobe mentioned? What? Is that the name of the YouTube channel? It is, yeah. It is slop, unfortunately. I guess if you've taken a look at it now. My Cybergrind PB? My PB is 164 on Brutal. Currently top 100. The next enemy shows the bug. I'll look. Is it this? I'm so confused. I've watched like 2 premieres in the chat. It's just, dude. Very silly, yeah. But it's way slower pre-patch. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, here is the variant keybinds thing that I use. So I really like this mod a lot because it lets me basically like exempt certain weapons from a swap, but also still have them equipped, right? So for instance, shotguns and jackhammers. Here I have my weapon 3 in my jackhammer shotgun cycle completely removed. And that over here, I'll show you on the terminal, is my shotgun, right? So I have it removed from my hammer cycle, so if I press 2, I will never swap to it. And I have a unique bind set that whenever I press Q, it automatically takes me to this cycle. So no matter what weapon I'm on, right? If I'm on my revolver, pressing Q will automatically take me straight to my shotgun, which I have equipped from just pressing Q alone. Mods allowed? Certain mods are allowed. Like quality of life stuff, like this keybind mod is allowed, as well as like Cybergrind UI is allowed. But I I don't. Yeah, they don't allow anything like anything that changes the damage numbers or like cooldowns or anything. They don't allow that. Yeah, it's very, very handy. So it basically means that I can use my 2 hammers however I please. I also have it so whenever I press T from anything, it takes me automatically to the core jackhammer. So yeah. It is called Variant Weapon Binds, or Weapon Variant Binds, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video about this mod. It is so good. But yeah, if you guys are going to be installing mods, also install the Better Jackhammer mod. Try it out. Tinker with the settings. I'm going to be making a video that like suggests a couple different loadouts, so that you guys can run some experiments. And yeah, I want to see basically how you guys feel about all these different things using the system that I suggested. I guess I'll play some Cybergrind with this mod installed. Check my settings real quick. 8.8, 0.5. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. Oh, wait. Forgot. 1.5. I'll do that. None of the hotfixes here. Are you planning on P ranking? I already did that. I did it actually. I know last time you guys saw I didn't do it, but here. I did it. I got all the secrets as well. So I have fully P ranked fraud. Alright, let's see if I can deal with more than one Mirror Reaper. I'm getting ready for just the absolute worst shit. Oh shit, I'm running the wrong weapon. Hold on. I'm also running slab, not mean that. There you go. Nope. I love you, jump pad, but not now. I haven't played Cybergrind in a hot minute, by the way. God damn it, dude. Holy, I have not played in a long time. Oh, this Cybergrind needs a hero. Gotta change that. The pitch goal is crazy. Actually, right here. Goes down, goes down. Easy peasy. Me using shotgun, this is like bizarre. There you go. Dispatched. Oh my god, stop. This Cybergun needs a hero, bruh. I hope this is entertaining and not just Cybergun slop. Save an 8 song, my beloved. With inserts, you can at least knock down with Malrailer or Funny Ball. And players die with 4-coin slab. Yeah, just spray and pray. Left bullet L's. Ah. Sorry, I was scratching my scalp. Getting itchy. Yes, I know the answer to buckets with coins. There's a mannequin somewhere, I already know it. Oh, never mind. Delicious and the yummy Death Star. Oh, come on. Literally 4 mind flayers? Are we kidding me? Like, oh man. What's your cybergram background theme? Looks like one of the block textures? Yeah, it is. It's the pink one. It's the pink block texture. I don't know. I like it. Looks cool. Yeah, I don't know why I'm starting on this wave though. I could definitely start higher. And I should probably try... Yeah, there you go. Triple hammer. Yeah, actually, quickly... Okay. Can I rocket ride? Thank you. What was that? What? Oh, that's a radiant one. That's what's happening. What am I doing, dude? Yeah, there you go. Fucking hell. What the? I'm messing up all of my... Oh, there's input delay, that's why. Hold on. There's input delay right now. Okay, I think I'm normal now. No, wait. Okay, I'm normal now, yeah. I think I should be. Great timing, Mind Flayer. What? Okay. Oh my god. Maybe, okay, I might actually still have input delay. Yeah, I'm definitely having it. And it might be a Providence thing, honestly. I can't even, I just can't make inputs, dude. What the fuck is happening? couldn't hit that Maurice just for the life of me. No way I missed that much more play. I'm losing frames, and that's causing me to miss my double hammer boost. I don't know what happened there, I just stuttered. Drives up and does nothing. Ah, so itchy. Yeah, it's probably a mod causing it. ULTRAKILL does have VSync, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got a scalp disorder. Alright, great. Cannonball one-shots them, right? Alright, guys? Is that a fucking joke? Do you like that one-shot, though? Okay. Okay. Yay! Oh, no vertical height then. Okay, is it Death Star time? It's Death Star time. Yeah, it's not a very good way to do it on. Like my Cyberground track. Ooh, that was a mislead. Fuck off, holy. I'm back. What do you think I'm gonna buy? Okay, check DMs. I'll check after this wave. Yeah, do you guys think that yellow hit spam is gonna get us through this wave, by the way? know, and that's why I'm not using it. Any plans for my next video? My next video is gonna be about the mod, the jackhammer rework mod. Oh my god, something is wrong with Providences. They are causing so much lag. Oh, all my hammers on cooldown. Holy, oh wow. And now I'm suffering for it. See, right there, that's what I mean. Like, I was thrown straight through the loop because I was abusing my hammer, and I feel like that's a consequence of the rework, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that was a really good show for like me abusing my hammer and trying to use it again when I really shouldn't have. And as a triple hammer user, that just disabled my entire weapon slot for like 3 seconds. No, don't need a hero. Thank you. What? Okay, dude, fuck off. It's so annoying. It's still alive. It's radiant too. Oh my god. Oh, that's sick. Can I ride my rocket, please? Thank you. Nice. Check Frenchinator's thing. The design process is going well. The chicken scratch. I love it. Best Angel Gabriel? Honestly, I get that. No, it's... No, I don't know. Oh my god, dude. There's so many! And I'm being full fucking demon time right now. And there, all my hammers are on cooldown now, so I shouldn't be using them. And there I just wasted a bunch of time, like, scrounging for my hammers. That's a bad play. I shouldn't do that, you know what I mean? I didn't want that. Okay, fine. Oh. My coworker be losing his mind. The word looks red. Wait, no, pink. Hold on, green, pink? Are you describing rock colors? What? Alright, easy wave. Chain conduction, my beloved. If I can do that more correctly. Okay. A Providence spawned inside of the floor and instantly died. No, okay, dude. What the fuck? That is so fucked up. Are you serious? He dashed into my rocket. That's so dumb. Right when I don't want the Providence to be there, he dashes into my rocket. I don't know if it was a force spawn. Maybe he just spawned so close to it that he, instant died. It is so tricky. Oh my god, stop. There's death catching. That explains a lot. See, right there, I was having a lot of trouble with my hammers. The only new enemy there was the death catcher. Okay, I can't use that hammer. Alright, I only have one hammer for the next 8 seconds now. Oh, how'd that? I don't know how that got put on cooldown. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Wait, no, did I do 2 yellow hits back to back? I definitely did, didn't I? Oof, okay. I gotta keep track of them. We can get shockwave enemies? So do I. Okay. This Cerberus needs a hero. What? Alright, this might be a bad play. Going for a Death Star. Definitely a bad play. place. Alright, that puts that hammer on cooldown for sure. Yep, there it is. And now I just have this hammer. And now I have my pump charge available. Awesome. Oh my god. It just feels so good. I don't know. Despite the nerfs, it feels good. You know what I mean? And now I think my pump charge hammer's on cooldown. Oh, it's not. Okay, yeah, I think that... So yellow spam is still a bit doable with the overpump. I do think that the cooldown should be 10. I can change that now, actually. The cooldown should definitely be 10, because I feel like that was cooling a little soon. So I'm going to put it at 10. I want to feel it a little bit more. That's... Why did he have to die? I needed him for heals. Oh my... And there were like 3 more powers around. That's so dumb. I fucking hate powers. Nope, that was dumb of me. Imagine encore enemies? What do you mean? I think Cybergun players might be cooked if Ultrakill must die, adds more magenta attacks. Don't even. Don't even that. Yeah, Gutterman should definitely not be given to style with guard breaks when they're, you know, evil red mode. What the fuck it's called. Okay. Fucking sword machine, just Mr. President in my cannonball. This is gonna be the fattest Death Star you've ever seen. That's pretty fat. I didn't get anything, unfortunately, because there weren't like any crazy good enemies to target, but oh well. Okay, see there, I did a bunch of pump caches back to back, and I should have been punished for it for sure. And I did it all within like optimal timing as well. So I do think that the 10 cooling is definitely best. 10 seconds till full cool. I think that's probably the best. Dude, oh my god. Do you need a fucking hero? Fuck you. Stop. Fuck off, dude. Really? Whiplash kills are always the worst. Alright, Death Star time. Damn it. No good targets for it. Oh my god, the lag. What is causing this? Oh, whatever was causing it, he just died. Hey, can you increase your mic volume? You're barely audible over the gameplay. Yeah, I can do that. Do that. My mic volume should be a bit louder now. Hold on. Let me check something. Now would have been the perfect time to get a fucking wave in. Or the fucking Death Star in. Oh well. Must have got an entire mind flayer with that. Okay, I almost died because I didn't have my fucking... Oh, I don't have any hammers. Look at that, man. I almost died because I didn't have my fucking hammers. Ah, that's rough. The reason why I red hit there is because I could tell from the sound of the hammer what my gauge is at. And now, God, the extra second. I feel that extra second, man. I don't know. By the way, pairing HM orbs into its tail can almost insta-kill. Yeah, I know about that. How does the Mirror Reaper rework? Better, but still terrible. At least for high-level players. Well, I guess all players. One Mirror Reaper is fine. Oh. I put one on cooldown. I didn't even mean to do that. See, I could have optimized that final hit there by getting a red hit instead of not. I'm paying more attention to what heat my hammers are at now. I'm so dead. Oh, okay. I couldn't even hear those projectiles. He's green for an amazing reason. That's, I know what that is. That's Daniel Henschel. He's green for an amazing reason. It's so over. Providence is just chilling right now, dude. Oh, that's the Radiant one. That's why he's not dead yet. Like, what do you expect me to do about this, man? Like, you just have to coin him. That's all you have to do. That's all you can do. Coin him or get him to die to friendly fire. Or double rail cannon, I guess. Also an option. It's so impressive to me that you can juggle that much audio and still pick out my favorite projectile sound. I mean, just then I knew I couldn't hear it, so that's why I was surprised, but yes, it is. I don't know, once you, like, you kind of, like, tune out, like, you know, Cerberus and Swords Machine. Like, half the enemies you're tuning out anyway, so it's kind of easy to pick up on the enemies that actually matter. You know what I mean? That's right. Got the insert. He's a lot faster. Dude, I'm gonna die. Screwdriver saved my fucking bacon there, man. Oh, my stalker. Uh-oh. How do I tell my friend that, I'm streaming right now? Hold on, let me text this person. There you go. Which enemy sounds do you listen out for the most? Insurrectionist, Mind Flare, and definitely Hideous Masses. I mean, Idols. Just like all the difficult enemies. Sentries, obviously. Why'd you switch back to Triple Jack? I'm trying it out. I'm really trying to see if Maurice beams. Yeah, occasionally Maurice beams. I'm trying to see if my suggested rework like makes Triple Hammer better or worse. And so far, it feels like it's slightly on the worse end, but more on like it can be better if you play strategically. Conducting chains, delicious. Oh my god, it's perfect. It's perfect. Holy shit! Holy shit! That was the best Death Star I've ever seen! Oh my god! Holy! I just clipped that. That was fucking insane! Oh my god! Look how many dead Providences there are! It's a fucking graveyard! It's a fucking graveyard out here. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think there was a 5th one that died after the fact. But I killed 4 Providences with that, man. Oh shit, they're all coming back. Oh, okay. I don't know where the Death Catcher is. There he is. I do have to post that. I obviously have to post that. Sorry, my mom's talking to the dog. I'm doing that again. Thank God. Look at that. Yum, yum. Give me, oh my God. Where's everyone? The arena's saying there's an enemy in this direction. Oh, there he is. And he killed himself. Cool. It's awesome. Yep, I'm gonna be posting some shorts today. For sure, for sure. So like, it's only like 2 more damage. I'm getting like 4 more damage from red gauges, but the second long cooldown is such a trade-off. Oops. Kill me. Am I doing it again? Come on. Oh my god. Okay. That's 1 down. I think me missing that, yeah, the hammer's about to overheat. It's so close to overheating. There it is. God, I keep swapping to the wrong hammer. Excuse me. Holy. Here with Moderate, we're a much better approach to balancing than I thought it'd be, especially given it appropriately tackles the issue with spamming DHBs and HPs. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. Goldfish, I'm having a fucking blast right now. I can't lie. Like, literally the only buff in this entire thing is 12 damage red gauge, and I feel like sometimes I want to red gauge, you know what I mean? Like, there are times where I'm like, okay, maybe the 2 damage will matter, maybe the more damage from this red hit will matter on this Gutterman, so I can get the explosion value, so I can get, you know, like all this style, and it feels impactful, it feels good. I don't know, maybe it could just be like, I'm completely biased and like, you know, I get the same kill either way. But, you know, the 2 damage genuinely just feels like a leg up. I don't know. It feels way more secure, like I can safely invest it. And the 1 second longer cooldown, I'm feeling it, man. Like right now, I keep trying to swap to that 1 hammer because I kept yellow spamming with it. And finally, it's off cooldown, I can use it. I'm having a great time. To extra damage reason, I still run Slab Piercer and Slab Sharp. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the charge shots. I want my slab hits because they're goated. Yeah, I think I've literally heard nothing but amazing results from people who have tried this mod. If this mod gets put base kit into the game, I'm gonna cry. Straight up, cry video. It's like, holy shit, I did it. I saved the jackhammer. Like, oh man, I don't know if there's unforeseen consequences to this, but regardless, I think those will be much smaller issues compared to like currently the way the hammer is pre-balance patch and post-balance patch. I think it's infinitely better regardless. I miss my Femur, wow, I suck. Do not say that. Don't say what? Like, I saved the hammer? Or that I will cry, because if you're saying people will hate me for crying, then you're enforcing toxic masculine stereotypes on me. Instant lynching? Yeah, no. Obviously I didn't save the hammer. But it would still be something like, you know, I'm telling everyone I know about that, you know what I mean? Like, I had an impact in my favorite game's game design. That to me is like, would be such a wonderful feeling. Toxic jackham masculinity. Pairs and powers come out so slowly. Yeah, they kind of do. I don't know, I still haven't tried out what this balance patch really feels like in Cybergrind while running a shotgun, but I'm sure it also feels good. And now I have to be mindful of which, like, hammer I just put on cooldown. I think it was a Sawdon. No, it wasn't. It was a pump charge for sure. Wait, what? Do you juice with the projectile spam to get a fuck ton of parries? What is juicing? I do, spam parry, yeah, I do that. Oh, jackhammer boosting? Huh? I've just, maybe I know what it is, I just never heard of the term juicing. I don't know. I haven't spent much time in the ULTRAKILL Discord. I spent more time in New Blood Discord and my own, so. Oh. Yeah, I know that. Why is that specifically a hammer thing? Oh, my back. Also, check it out. My 160 FOV, I can see everything in the center of my screen, don't have to look away. I don't care that Maurice is on the right side, you know what I mean? Just saying. That Swords Machine that's on the right side of the screen, it would be so much further away. Maybe check on thinking about. Yeah, okay, well I know about that. Yeah, because I know about that principle. Because obviously I know triple and double P boosting. So yeah, I know what that is. Okay, I have a screwdriver. I did not know. Okay. Recall this shit. Oh my god, dude. I don't even know it just sucked me away. You know, if I say like something like I saved the hammer, that would also come off as like patronizing. I don't want it to come off that way. So obviously I wouldn't say that, you know. Chain conduction so delicious. We also get a lot more of a consistent one-shot against rad sentries with the red gauge and sawed attached now, which is kind of nice. Very nice bread and butter. One rad sentry kill. And there goes that hammer. That's obviously on cooldown. Yep, okay, I gotta remember that. Fuck, I came off heat and then immediately went back on heat. That's fucking hilarious, actually. That's really funny. Looking back after some testing, basically a lot of enemies had their waiting time removed from their move pools. Ah, okay. Yeah, Insurrection is definitely feeling that a lot. Ratings used to be limited by the waiting period, but now it's gone. Okay. Should start very frequently in gameplay. It's also why rating inserts recall attacks to AI cutting out of the attack. Okay, interesting. That's good to know. Oh, don't die now. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess no Death Star. Wow, it's just gonna be a wave that's perfect for Death Stars. Yep. Oh my god. Fuck off, dude. The one wave I don't Death Star that I knew I should have, I didn't, and I paid for it in blood. Stalker's kind of freezing plays? Yeah, I know that. I'm assuming they're constantly trying to explode. A sharpshooter is better for destroying projectiles. They both have different properties that make each of them good at destroying projectiles. The sharpshooter, this one is better at destroying multiple different projectiles over, multiple different periods. But I would say generally this one is just better at it because it has no wind-up time. So like you can swap into it and immediately fire it, whereas with this one, swapping into it, you have to do a wind-up and then shoot. So they have different properties, but this one has more charges, so you can explode more projectiles. It's just really fucking hard to do. And honestly, I wish it was easier to shoot Providence projectiles, but it really isn't, so this weapon doesn't really counter. Honestly, I really shouldn't use this weapon anymore. I should just use this. I think that the DARP is not as good as it used to be. The SLARP is definitely better. How's everyone doing, by the way? Because I've just been yapping this whole time. Now you just found out? Slab sharp. Yeah, that's what it means. Slarp. Rear timeline where alt marksman and normal piercer are better. Oh, bang. Yeah, this is not a loadout you would expect. Yeah, unfortunately, I do think that DARP is not that good. If I make a new tier list, which I probably will, this one is going to go a little bit lower, yeah. Definitely a little bit lower. And Piercer's definitely going way higher. I would say it's better than the regular one at this point. Tractor Nail Gun still sucks. Four-Joke Shotgun still sucks. Malrail? What are the matchups against Malrail? It's not really good against powers because they always stand aside. It's not that good against Providences because it blasts them away. Can't do anything to Death Catchers. And I guess it's fine against Mirror Reapers, but yeah, I think it got slightly worse as a consequence. Tired, it's 5 a.m. going to bed. Did you send any other messages in that time? Oh, okay, no. Well, good night, French Nader. Take it easy. Is bad style in Helicon? I mean, it's bad at everything, you know what I mean? It's bad at damage. First of all, the DPS is 5.2, so it's half the amount of damage as like P-Boost spam and yellow hit spam. And you're holding the button down. The nail output is poor compared to the overheat, right? It has okay synergy with magnets because it's just pulling the nails towards it. But yeah, it's just both of these nail guns are better at proc and conduction than this one is. There's only one niche scenario where this is better, but that's it. So is it still true that 7-4 broken already fixed? I don't know. I didn't know it was broken. Trying to learn brutal going from violent. What's generally better for improving learning? Cybergrind or main levels? Sorry if that's a dumb question. No, it's not a dumb question. I think that Cybergrind is better for improving. There are some levels though, like the Encores and the P levels are definitely better. But I would generally recommend playing Cybergrind because it puts you in unique and like it puts you in unique scenarios, and those unique scenarios force you to learn how to adjust to things that you can't predict. Like if 3 Providences spawn, 2 Mirror Reapers spawn, or 2 Powers spawn, you know what I mean? You can't expect it, and you need to be able to react to it in the moment, right? So it kind of trains you to be put in any scenario and be able to deal with it, and know what to do in that scenario. Macro-wise. Many things. Of course. Death Star is still doable. Easily doable, yeah. Though with the hammer nerf I'm suggesting, it is a bit nerfed. Right? Puts the hammer on cooldown. That's alright. Ready to see dash sliding? Yeah, no one really uses dash sliding. It should for sure be used more. There's probably some really cool, like, what's it called? Like yellow gauge hit things that would be nice to do with it. It should definitely be used more. Maybe I'll experiment with it at some point and I'll get back to you. How about Jump Saw compared to Jump Nail? I personally prefer the Jump Saw. Jump Nail is also good. They're both good for different reasons. Jump Saw could definitely use a buff, but Jump Saw definitely has a niche that's really nice. I just like rocket riding. It's funny. Man, why do you dislike rocket riding? Like insta riding or like any other ones? Like whip riding? Okay, really? Wow. What the f I don't know why it was weird. Weird. What the f... That's not normal. Maybe because I'm... Yeah, it's probably because I'm holding W occasionally. Yeah, don't hold W. If I hold W, I don't even know. The infinite height theorem. Sent the progress. See ya. Awesome. Good night. Do I dash first or shoot a rocket first? You could do... Usually you shoot the rocket first, yeah. But you could do both. It doesn't really matter either way. At the end of the day, you're freezing the rocket to be behind you, and then sucking the rocket under your feet. I just really don't like the feeling of moving in the air without gravity fighting me, plus the lack of focus on momentum preservation. Yeah, I mean, it's more so like you don't do it all the time. You're supposed to do it just to, like, you know, make a play. Damn, I've been messing that up. It's probably a frame thing. So dead. I shouldn't be alive here. What the fuck? What? Okay. My whiplash just got refunded. That was weird. Oh, probably because he grappled onto his trees. Ooh, okay, wait, interesting. So if there's sentries and powers on the same map, definitely a good idea to, okay, really? Just ask, how you increase the finger reflex on this game? Sometimes I can do tech easily, sometimes I mess up. I mean, playing a lot, that's really all the advice I can give. Play one more, and then I think I'm gonna end stream. Oh my god, what is causing that conduction? Okay. Awesome. What? Did a green gauge put it on cooldown? But it did. Interesting. Alright, Death Star time.
Nice. Beautiful Death Star value. Man, Death Stars are truly brilliant. They're just such a gamble. There are a lot more enemies that are countered by Death Stars though nowadays, so that's really nice. Hell yeah, Death Star? Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm starting to experience some delay now. Some input delay, I mean. Yeah, you can probably see why. It's so over. Yep, you're absolutely right. Ooh, you are annoying the hell out of me. Okay, well that was it. I always mess up when I try to prioritize mirror readers because I have no clue what they're doing 90% of the time, so I adopted the technique of ignoring them until they drop dead somehow. Yep. Same, no clue what you're supposed to do against them. Wait, did you put freeze frame in first rocket or second? It's in first slot. It's not Jover until it's Jover. Well, it was Jover, unfortunately. Yeah, it might be Jover. Well, hey, all I can really say, before I end the stream, is please go and install this mod, Better Jackhammer mod. Please go install it. Genuinely so good. Do I recommend playing on high FFV? Of course I do. Anything above 130, personally, is what I would recommend. Anything above 130. Or 130. 130 is good. 130 or above. But please get the Better Jackhammer mod. Oh, it's such a good mod. So good. They fixed the core eject jackhammer interactions, but they didn't. You're gonna have to watch some of my previous videos to catch up on my opinions on the jackhammer nerf. I think they did it poorly. And so far, every single player I've sent this mod who's tried it out and messed around with the settings, they found that this is an infinitely better solution. So, yeah, please try out this mod. Eventually, I think one of my next videos, I might make it tomorrow. I'm gonna try to pose some situations for you guys and some settings, because I want to do a poll and see okay, on this setting was it easy, hard, on this setting was it easy, hard, did you find cooldown, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'll make a poll, but I do want you guys to
yeah, try out this mod for sure and spread it around to as many people as possible. I think about 1,200 people have it installed currently. $1,400. Nice. Yeah, it's genuinely brilliant. All right, well, yeah, I guess that's it for me. All done streaming, so I'm probably gonna chill for a bit, maybe play a little bit more ULTRAKILL or go to sleep. We'll see. But goodbye, guys. Everyone say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. Adios.